Hello there, everybody. And today for Batman the Animated Series, I am reviewing Tyger. So this is another episode with Catwoman, but this time it's a very different Catwoman episode. So this is where Selina is trying to rescue a lion from captivity, but during her visit to the zoo, she gets ambushed by a gorilla-looking dude, a panther-looking dude, whatever you want to call it, and she gets hit with a dart, and then she wakes up in a lab where a crazy scientist injects her with something that causes her to become a cat. A literal cat. And when Batman finds out that she went missing because he was supposed to go on a date with her, he decides to investigate what's going on. And this is where it leads to a trail where he does find Selina at the lab where she has been turned into a cat. And Batman's very displeased about this, that he literally tries to take down the scientist for doing this to her. But it leads to Batman going on a trail to find a way to find a cure for Catwoman. But he actually does visit Dr. Langstrom, Man-Bat, which we talked about all the way back in episode 1, where he turned himself into Man-Bat and with animal DNA, and that's basically what's going on with Catwoman. And this episode is definitely the one of the more crazier ones for sure. Like, some people think this episode's kind of just out there. It's just kind of a weird episode of the animated series. I actually do like the concept of Catwoman becoming an actual cat, and she has to find her way to turn herself back, and she's devastated by becoming the cat. But the main villain of this sort of villain is, his name is Tyger, I think his name is. This dude, he basically is on the side of the scientists in this episode until he is able to get some sense. But he actually wants Catwoman to become a cat just like her. Imagine if we got this what if where Catwoman stays a cat and she gets together with him. But at the end of the episode, she wants to be cured because she doesn't like this new form of being a cat. And I even like how Selina was able to somewhat have conscience even as a cat. But I don't know. I felt like we could have maybe saw a little more action with Catwoman as a cat. But when Batman does go through the trials, he ends up going onto a bridge, and of course the bridge collapses, and he has a bunch of cuts on his suit. But eventually he's able to fight off the scientist and get him arrested, of course, and he does find a cure for Catwoman after the building gets destroyed, and Catwoman thought she was going to be stuck as this form, but Batman was able to rescue the scientist to the last minute, and I think Catwoman gets cured off screen with Batman saying this poem that's similar to what goes on in this episode, and we even see the main cat guy say his goodbye to Selina, and he howls into the night. But this episode was definitely one of the more weirder ones, but not in a bad way. I thought I wasn't going to like this episode, but I actually did like it. I thought it was entertaining to see Selina. Is it the best Catwoman episode? Nah. It's not as good as the Cat and Claw. That episode was definitely probably the best Catwoman-centered episode. But this one's just kind of an out-there episode, in my opinion. But I do like how Batman was willing to do whatever it took to save Selina from her transformation. But probably my only nitpick is we maybe could have saw more action with Selina as the cat. But other than that, I probably give this episode probably just a 7 out of 10. But the next episode, I think, is a sort of Halloween episode, since it is still October. So I'm hoping the next review will be a sort of Halloweenish theme for Batman. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this episode. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.